10 o'clock. You guys ready?
Yeah!
Beautiful souls ready to wake up a little bit? Alright, so this is called Hi-Fi Yoga. My name is Cole. My laughter name is Swami Hihi. You'll see Hi-Fi Yoga is a little blend of some yoga, some laughter, some deep hypnosis. It all kind of blends together in this beautiful experience. Just remember, it's still yoga, so you're not doing my practice, although you can follow me. You're doing your practice. So if there's anything that doesn't feel right, consider it like a yoga buffet. Eat as much as you want of whatever you want, but if you overeat, you can't blame the cook.
What if you food poison us?
Oh, that will never happen. This is called Hi-Fi for a reason. So we're going to just start by coming to our mats and finding our center here for a second. And the good thing about yoga is we kind of have a transformation that happens right here on our own mats. So it's nice to witness that transformation. So we have to do that by figuring out where we're at right now. So let's just start with some deep breaths. In through the nose, and then give me some kind of sound on your sigh. Ah. It can be as loud or as quiet if you want. If you want to yawn. Ah. Maybe one more big breath, really landing in this present moment. Ah. And then you can just let the breath breathe you and just feel where you're at in this moment. How does your body feel? Where's your mind at? What's your heart saying? If it's open or if it's closed, can we have an experience of where we're at without a judgment of it, without needing it to be different or change it in any way, just to allow ourselves to be fully present with what is and let that be okay. We're just going to kind of wake up the system a little bit with some light breath work. And if you open your eyes and look at me, we're going to inhale in a second, and what we'll do is we'll do forceful exhales out through the nose while we pump the stomach. A lot of people call this breath of fire or empowerment breathing. We're just going to be, and if you want to add the arms, it just gives it a little extra boost. We'll only do like about 30 pumps, and then we'll just feel it for a couple times. So when we're all ready, take a big breath in here. It's okay to smile on the big breath in, and then begin. Ten more. Big breath in. Hold it at the top. Take a big smile and let it out with a hands in your lap. Just see if there's any changes already. Just in that quick 30 seconds. Do you feel anything coming in? Is your body changing? Is your energy or your emotions shifting? Again, we're not here to judge or criticize or change, just to accept where it's at. It's a crazy road that we're all on, and we're just glad to be here together. All right, round two, breathe in, smile wide, and begin. Ten more. Big breath in, hold it at the top, and let it out with a little giggle. And then land again. Where are we at now? I said 30, but I pushed you to do 40. A little bit longer, a little bit extra. Does that feel more vital to your system, or is it feeling more tiresome? Can you find yourself right where you need to be? Find that perfect moment. This isn't about the ego. This is just about meeting yourself where you're at. Finding that edge and then embracing that perfect balance. And we got one more. Inhale deep. Hands up above. Let's go. Last 10. Give it your all. Breathe in deep. And then let out a yippee! Yippee! And land. Feeling your system now. Maybe more electricity, maybe more aliveness, maybe more strength or vitality, or maybe there's just this calmness that washed over you that feels like I'm in a safe space because I got my back. And that feeling just kind of washes over you. So in that space, I want you to imagine for a second something that you're just really happy about in your life. Maybe it's something that's happening now. It could be something that happened in the past, something that's happening in your future. And I want you to just imagine for a second right out in front of you. And in order to get things in life, we have to gravitate towards them. We have to reach out and grab them. So I want you to imagine that you have this treasure chest in your heart. And you're going to put that memory out in front of you, or that thing that makes you happy or happy, and you're going to reach out and imagine you can grasp it, hold it, feel that happiness, and then inhale. Press it in the treasure chest of your heart and have it expand all the way throughout your body, that feeling of happiness. And just feel that. I feel happy. I feel happy. I feel happy. And then I want you to imagine that you can think of something else, a different experience that makes you feel full of gratitude, something uplifting and happy, something that really just makes you feel so grateful to be alive, no matter all the tumultuous and turmoil that's there. There's something great out there for you to be grateful for. And then reach out again and hold on to this beautiful treasure and breathe it into your heart. And feel it wash all through your body. I feel grateful. I feel so grateful. This gratitude is mine.
Gratitude is mine.
We're going to do one more, and we're going to imagine something out there that makes you feel love. Any kind of love. Just that raw, harsh, like a beautiful, expectant love that makes everything in life worth it. And I want you to reach out and think of something that really makes you feel that love. And then we're going to pull it so sweet and tender, nice and sweet on the inhale, right into our hearts. And we're going to say, I feel love. Oh, I feel that love.
Feel love.
Rub your body and say, I feel that love.
Feel that love.
Love myself. I'm happy. I'm grateful. And I feel love. And with that, we're just going to start to come, lean forward a little bit on the exhale. And then inhale. Just come back up. You can place the hands so the fingers are pointing back and just reach the heart up. And then inhale, coming back down. And then exhale, lifting up. Nice. And just put your hands plant and then bring those legs back so we're in a little bit of a tabletop. And we're just going to imagine we're a little bunny right here, but we've got to check our tail, make sure that nothing's stuck in it from last night. So we're going to bring the left hip over and reach that left view over as if we're checking out that bunny tail. And we're just going to take a big breath in. And a big breath out. And then we're going to go to the other side. Make sure there's nothing in that tail on the other side. Check out that tailier. There we go. Inhale back. And then look up. People like to call this cow pose, so you can move. And then from the base of your spine, imagine you can roll it down. Tuck your spine by pressing that spine up all the way into what they call a cat pose. And you can meow. So let's go back into cow and then switch back to the other. And you can be any kind of cow or cat you want. Let's do a couple more. I see we got a cow on the couch. And just to put a little bit more of your own funk in there, if you want to kind of wiggle it out a little bit, if you want to kind of be a different, maybe you need a to really shake it off. Just take a second for yourself now. Total freedom. I like that one. And then I just want you to lift your right arm and give it a little shake. Shake it out a little bit. What's going on, arm? Shake it out, and then switch to your left arm. Give that a nice little shake here. Just kind of warming the body up. Like, we don't know where our body's been all day. We're just kind of like filling out where we're at. Let's do that right leg too, like a dog just shaking it off after a good whiz. Oh yeah, that feels good.
I don't get on my leg.
Let's give that left one too a good jiggle. Shake it out, make sure to relax that ankle so you get that foot all the way. And then for a second, let's just reach that left arm forward like you're shaking a new friend's hand and kick that right leg back. And just notice, does your mind start to do anything when you actually add a little bit of balance, a little bit of strength? Are you running? Are you embracing? Reach up a little more and just set it back down. That was it. Nice. How did our minds do? Were we able to stay through that calmly and easily?
Yes.
Let's do the right hand now. Shake that new friend's hand, and then the left leg can come up. And just try to reach that heel back and reach that palm forward. And just spend a second tucking that core in and just finding a nice little line of alignment for today. Breathing in nice and slow and deep. The breath is always here for you. And then exhale, plant your hands, plant your knees, and go all the way back into a child's pose. Children really know how to just enjoy life and play. So today we're going to try to remember some of that childlike joy. Inhale and imagine you're like a snake now, slithering forward. Snake sounds are a bonus. And you're going to crawl your heart all the way to the sky. So when you get there, do an exhale. Ah! And then inhale again, lifting up, smiling wide. And then see if you can reverse that snake. And come all the way down and then push that tailbone all the way back into a child's pose. Good. We got 2 more of those. So inhale, snake-like, slither. Lift that heart up and oh, yeah, that feels good. Waking up that lower spine. Inhale, and pushing that spine back, slithering in reverse, going back into your hole. Let's do a big inhale here. Exhale. 1 more round. Inhale, slithering forward, enjoying it. Oh, yeah, that's a good one. Inhale again, big breath in, smiles wide. And exhale, sliding back. This time you're going to tuck your toes and you're going to slide all the way back to a squat. So we're just kind of waking up the body little bit by little bit, making sure the whole body's starting to feel good. So we're in our squat, we can put our hands at our heart, kind of expand those legs out if you want a little more depth in your hips. If your hips are feeling tight, just spread the feet out wider. If you need to be on your toes or your heels, none of that matters. It just matters how you feel, and the goal is to lengthen your spine up from your tailbone to your crown. And then we're gonna inhale, the arms come all the way up as we stand. And we're gonna exhale, prayer hands. Honor this moment, beautiful. Let's do 2 more honorings of this moment. Inhale together. We've had a million things happen in our lives, but somehow, exhale. We're here together, right now, celebrating this moment, honoring the majesty of life. 1 more inhale. And this time you can stay standing, but let's bring our hands to heart center and just witness the fact that through all the trials and tribulations of life, we came here together, we came here to play, we came here to go deep. So we're gonna make sure that we do these joint warm-ups today. And each joint has a different sound. So you can have your feet together or a little bit apart if that's uncomfortable. And you're gonna just kind of push your hips back and come to your knees. And we're gonna do circles and the knees go. Oh. 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 And then go the other way. Oh. Oh. Maybe you're finding some stuff. Oh, those ankles are cracking. And then you do a little horse riding stance. And the hips go. Give me some big hip circles and let's hear. Ooh. Make sure to go both ways. Ooh. This is a frisky rabbit party. We gotta go both ways. And then the next one is gonna be a rib circles. It's a heart opener. So we say, ah. Find that beautiful sound inside your heart. Ah. And then go the other way. Ah. Next is our shoulders and they go, ee. They feel so good. Ee. And then the other way. And then I want you to take your right hand or any hand, reach across to your opposite ear and give it a tug and go, ah! Reach your hand to the opposite ear and go, ah! And then take a big breath in Reach up, reach up, reach up, and let it out with a big sigh all the way down, forward fold. Inhale, halfway up. Back down. Now we're gonna come up even bigger. This time maybe even coming onto our toes. Holding it at the top. And this time let it out with a giggle. Breathe in halfway. And then back down. All right, we got one more big breath in. Coming to the toes. Holding it at the top. And let it out with a laugh. And we might just need a little more firewood here today, so we're just going to help our vocal centers, our chest, by grabbing our laughter axe. And we're going to do 3 swings. It goes ha, ha, ha. We'll do it together. Ha, 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 ha. Ha, 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 ha. Ha, 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 ha. Ha, ha, ha. One more. All right, we got one more. This time we're gonna move around a little bit. I don't know if you remember giggling as a kid so much you slap your thighs and run around like schoolgirls, but we're gonna breathe in deep. And we're gonna lift it up high. And we're all just gonna say, hold it! We're gonna say, hold it!
Hold it!
Hold it anymore! And land. Big breath in. Jump. Exhale. Forward fold all the way down. Give your chance a second to just kind of shake that spine out. Lift up halfway. And exhale all the way down. Feet come back. And just drop those knees again. Back into a table position. Everyone's doing fantastic. How are you feeling today? All right, let's inhale that right hand up, that left foot back. And now let's see if we can just add a little bit of movement. Can you bring that elbow and gently touch that knee under your body? Hold it for a second and then inhale back up. Let's see if we can get 2 more of those. Just waking up the core a little bit. There's 1. Inhale. There's 2. Bring it back out. And before we finish, see if you can move your right arm to the side and your left leg out. We call this awkward airplane for obvious reasons. And then before we end, see if you can lift your arm a little bit more and that leg a little bit more. Inhale. And then exhale. Back down the line and back to the mat. Woo! Shake out your rumpus back and forth. Wag that tail. We're gonna get the other side. So inhale that left arm up, right leg back. And you, of course, can smile here. This is your yoga. You're choosing this. Exhale, touch the knee to the elbow. That's right. Inhale back up, smile wide, and exhale, knee to elbow. 1 more for good measure. Inhale. And exhale, tap. Now we're gonna bring it up. Left arm goes wide. Right leg goes wide. If you got a neighbor near you, watch where your toes go. Breathe in. Hold it. Awkward airplane working muscles we probably haven't touched in the last several decades. Inhale a little bit higher if you got it. Exhale, back down the line. Smile still on. And drop the arm in the knee. Woo! Inhale and come back to a child's pose. Now, this kind of hi-fi yoga has a couple of nuances that are different than usual yoga. I don't know if you've noticed yet. But in usual yoga, we're very focused on form and making sure everything's in perfect alignment, and it can be real cerebral and intense. This is more of taking the seriousness back out. So there's really only 2 principles besides the normal yogic principles of listening to your body and following your breath. Principle number 1 is if you fall out of a pose, you just laugh about it. We're taking too much seriousness to do yoga performance. This is yoga practice, and we get a laugh about it. And 2, you'll find in a second, if the belly button's to the sky, then it does tickle. The sun tickles the belly button, and every time. It's amazing how it happens. So we're gonna crawl our arms forward. We're gonna bring our knees up to the top. And we're just gonna sit back for a second onto our feet. And we're gonna call in any intention that we want for this day, for this yoga, for this life. Whatever you're just feeling inspired to say. It could be a word, a small phrase. I just want you to lift your arms up and imagine that exactly that vibration that you want is opening in this beam above you. Because you too have the divinity within, and you can just grab that intention and you can bring it right down, right into your heart in that treasure chest we made, and then press it in. Feel it as if it's already coming alive just by setting the intention. It's doing the work of making it happen. Great. Now we're going to bring our hands back and we're going to lift our feet up and we're going to sit on our butts for a second. We're going to lift that left foot up and just give it another shake. Try to get that foot to shake, try to get those toes to wiggle, and then set it down. Then we're gonna do it with that right hand. We gotta make sure we're getting that shake out. Yeah, feel the body waking up. All right, it's time for the right foot. Put your right foot in, you put your right foot out. All right, now the left one. Beautiful. So now that we've warmed up the wrists a little bit, we're gonna come up to a reverse, what is this called? It looks like a reverse triangle here. And because, what is it? Reverse tabletop. Well, no, you want your legs straight. So we're gonna inhale with the legs straight, but the belly's in the air, so it, it tickles. And then come down and put our butts back down and lean forward, stretching those hamstrings. Inhale, coming back up. And exhale, lean forward. Using the hands to guide, just gentle movements to the back, nothing too strong here. We're just still warming up. Inhale, lift it up. And exhale, coming forward. Great, reach the arms up and just see if you can get length before you get depth this time. And just see if you can get a little bit more deeper into that lower back. Don't go too far, go to that sweet spot. Right before it hurts, but where you're feeling it. Beautiful. And then imagine you can just mount your body and come all the way up to sitting. We're going to cross our legs and we're just going to come forward onto our hands. And we're going to go straight into our very first downward facing dog. So in downward dog, it's just nice to walk out those feet. And it's nice to make kind of morning puppy sound. Kind of shaking it out. Just a little puppy waking up to play with us. And let's take that right leg all the way to the sky and reach it nice and high. And then just set that down, nice. The left legs turn all the way up. Reach it high and then just set it down. Nice. Now let's reach that right leg up. Reach it to the sky and bring it all the way to your nose, your forehead, your chin. Kind of tuck and round that back. And then inhale, bring that right leg back up. And now we're going all the way through. Plant it right between your hands, kind of towards the right a little bit if you need more balance. And just feel where you're at here. Feel those hips. It's a new move. It's a new place. We want to make sure we're lubricated here. So we're going to inhale, just lift that heart up. And exhale back down. Good. This time, lift the arms up behind you so they're faced straight back, and do it again. Inhale, lift up. And exhale down. Nice. Last one. We're going all the way up. Arms back. Inhale all the way up. And keep bringing the arms until they're in the sky. Crescent pose. That's right. And just feel where you're at here. We're going to do 3 dips if you're with it. If not, just hold it here. So we're going to inhale. Imagine bringing the sun right down into your head, giving you that power, that strength, that energy. And then exhale, give it back to the sky. Inhale, pull it down. Feel that warmth. Exhale, bring it up. Last one, bring the radiance, the bright light within. Inhale. Hold it in your heart, in your body, and then exhale. Woo-hoo! And then inhale one more time. Last chance, maybe leaning back, and then exhale, coming all the way forward again. Put that right leg back on the ground or hover it in the air as we just do a chaturanga, or dropping from a push-up onto our chest. Nice. From here, we're just gonna, nice, easy, slow inhale. press just a little couple of inches into. That lower back is starting to wake up. Exhale back down. Nice. Inhale again. Maybe a couple more inches higher. Really try to drag the hands back and push the heart forward. And then exhale. 3 more. Inhale up. Maybe like smell the roses on the way up and feel the beauty of life. And exhale back down. 2 more. Maybe you're starting to feel a little warm and you want to push up a little stronger. Elbows can go towards your straight. And exhale back down. Last one, you can even tuck the toes if you're feeling that vibe. Inhale all the way and just see if you can just hold this for a couple of deep, slow breaths, bringing that beautiful energy, that lower spine, making sure that everything's ready for the day. Big smile wide, and exhale, maybe a light giggle. We're gonna push back from our knees to tabletop and then back up, downward dog. Nice. So now find yourself, if you need to do another little walkout or something, just take a moment, get back to where you're at. And then we're gonna lift that left foot up, nice and high. And we're gonna exhale that left foot, right knee, nose, chin, forehead. Give a good curl. And then inhale it back. Inhale deep. And exhale, swing old lefty through. Again, just find this is a different hip. It might feel completely different. We usually have a dominant side, a shorter side, a longer side, a more stressful side, a traumatized side. Just gonna let it all exist in the same moment. Inhale with the hands down. Remember, just tilt the heart up. And then exhale, back into the pose. This time the arms go to the side. Inhale a little deeper. And exhale back down. We got 1 more coming all the way up. Arms back, inhale up. They continue to travel to the sky as your smile continues lifting up as well. Inhale. And exhale. All right, let's reach up and grab that sun. Let's grab that sun and do our dips if you're with me. Inhale. And exhale. Pull it in. Nourish your body. Inhale up. Exhale. Pull it down. Nice. Inhale number 3. Really get that beautiful radiance inside your body. Exhale. Beautiful. Inhale back up. Bring your right leg forward, but stay in that bent position. Just a little chair pose here. And we're just going to take 1 foot out, left foot. So kind of like a little march. We're going to turn that march a little bit faster and a little bit faster, staying in that bent over position. A little bit more, so you're starting kind of feeling maybe little dance vibes or little bouncing vibes. And then we're just going to hop like little bunnies through. We're just going to go around and just say, hey, what's up, buddy? Got a carrot? This is a hungry bunny. Yes, we're here to play and have fun. And land, stand all the way up and just reach into a big star position. Reach up, see if you can expand your whole body. And then exhale, pull it in nice and tight. Big pull. And then inhale, even bigger, even wider smile. Inhale, lift that chest up. And exhale, back into a ball. Nice. 1 more big breath in. Reach up, reach wide. Palms, mouth, body, expand. Exhale. Come to a ball. And just kind of shake. Imagine right now all the restrictions in your life. It's like that egg. It just keeps you contained in a prison, a mask that you have to wear for different people and situations, and different things that are put upon us. And you know what? We're just getting to the point where we don't have to wear this shell anymore. We can start to kind of push out an elbow, crack out an arm, maybe get a leg out, and whatever feels right to you, just lift that shell. And when it's gone, feel how much lighter you feel. Not carrying that weight, not feeling that restriction of your body. You can move in any way you want. And maybe give a yes. Maybe give some kind of yeah. start to feel like, oh yeah! And then you go, Big breath in, arms wide and forward, full melt down. Inhale up. And exhale, drop down. This time just bring your left leg back so that right leg will stay forward. One inhale all the way up to crescent. And then exhale, imagine just sliding your hands back, turning towards that right leg. Right palm goes back, left palm goes forward. And we're just gonna imagine we're surfing that wave by leaning forward with that hand and leaning back with the back hand. So we're just staying in this position, a little lean forward and a little lean back. We've been doing things in 3, so let's go for one more. Exhale, back. Then bring the left hand up and the right hand can maybe go on that back leg and you can just lift up to the heavens for a second. Imagine that your heart is radiating now, that sun energy shining up for everybody here. And then exhale, cartwheel the hands all the way down. Right foot back into a beautiful down dog, pressing the hips up, pressing those palms down, not just the outside of the palms, but that pointer finger, that thumb down, everything presses down. And then inhale one more, exhale, come forward. And before we drop into our chaturanga, let's just see if we can play. Can we bring that right hand to that left shoulder? Is that within our scope? And if we can't, can we laugh about it and just be okay with where we're at? And then switch, put that right hand down, left hand on that right shoulder now. Can you squeeze the core and lift up? And if you can't, can you enjoy that you can? It's not about where we go, it's about how we go. Where we go. Good, left hand down now, we got our push-up down. Inhale. It could be a small cobra all the way up to a big upward dog. Inhale big. And exhale, push-up or no push-up, but meet me back and downward dog. Beautiful, now we got that left leg in the sky. If you want to give it a shake, exhale, bring it forward. And on one inhale, back to crescent position. Yes. Feeling alive, feeling vital, feeling the energy coursing through our veins. And let's exhale, that left arm goes back now, that right arm comes forward. And we're gonna go surfing on the other side. So inhale, reach out like you're achieving goals and you're feeling good and you're pulling them in. Ah. And then maybe it's a little bit too much. I've taken on more than I can handle. Oh, I fell. So then I gotta pull myself back into balance. Leaning forward. Leaning back. Leaning forward. One more back. Beautiful. From here, we're gonna cartwheel the hands all the way forward. Left foot goes back. One more chance to put that left hand now on the right arm. And maybe just for funsies, we see if we get people laughing by lifting that right leg. All right, put those down. Now let's do the other side. Right hand on left arm. Feeling strong, we'll lift that left leg. Oh! And back down. Let's do our chaturanga, so push up, down. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, push back. Down dog, nice. All right, building a little bit. We're gonna keep going, but don't worry, there'll be a nice cool down coming. All right, inhale that right leg. Exhale it all the way forward. If you wanna spin that arm beautifully up, like you're just inviting a challenge, inviting the sun, inviting love and life into your life. We're gonna exhale. See if you can stand all the way up, letting that arm lead you all the way to the back, to that twisted pose we were just in before. Right arm's back, left arm's forward, legs bend 90. And then from here, see if you can put your hands in heart position so you're even intensifying the stretch. And then leaning forward and putting that elbow maybe outside that knee. So now we're in that lunging, twisted prayer position, and we're just feeling the grace and the beauty of not only the gifts in life, but also our challenges. For we would not be where we are all here on this mat if we did not all go through many challenges. Inhale, open the arms wide. And And then exhale, reach all the way back. Cartwheel back to that reverse warrior. And then exhale, back down. We'll skip the arms this time and go straight into that chaturanga. Inhaling, maybe with a giggle. And exhale, push up, push back. Downward dog, okay. Before we go, I want you to lift your heels and move them to the right. And then feel that long stretch in your left side. And take a nice deep breath into just your left lung. Imagine if you could just fill your left lung. And then exhale, switch the feet to the other side. And really give it a full breath. See if you can fill just the right lung now. Expand it up, melt it down. Feet back to position, left leg in the sky. Exhale all the way forward. Coming back up into, oh wait, no, whoa. Lift that left arm into the sky. There we go, opening up to the other side, inviting maybe the moon energy on this side. Maybe more of the feminine channel. Feeling that strength from that as well. And then inhale, exhale. Now we're standing up. We're there, we got it. Beautiful. So just take a second here. Feel that twist. And then when you're feeling the holiness of this moment, bring those hands to heart center. Beautiful. Gives you a little bit more twist. If you bend that knee a little bit more, it'll be easier to then tip forward and put that right elbow on the outside of that left foot. Yeah, just feel that for a second. Give it a couple good breaths, expanding as much as you want, and even dropping the knee if you need to, as long as you got a giggle in you. We're not here to extrematize the ego or fight the ego. We're here to just see where it's at and stop at that perfect level. Inhale, spread the arms wide. Beautiful. Exhale, we're cartwheeling all the way to that reverse. It's a beautiful movement, lots of cartwheeling. Inhale, that reverse warrior. And then we get a cartwheel back. Yippee! Kick that right leg back and right into our chaturanga. Inhale, breathe up. Exhale, push back. Downward dog. Nice. We're gonna do a little inchworm here. So we just inch the feet forward. And as they inch forward, we go. And then when the feet go back, we go. Oh! So it's a nice slow movement forward. Like we're so excited our feet are gonna touch our hands, and then we're bashful. So, two more. Last time, get it while it's hot. Beautiful. Inhale that right leg up. Exhale that right leg forward. We're gonna stay in this position. We got one more fun challenge for y'all. We're gonna reach that right arm, if you got it, under the body, and we're gonna reach that left arm around. And the goal is to find that bind. And the reason is, many times in life, we're stuck in a bind. And reacting to it, complaining about it, fighting it, doesn't get us out of the bind, it just wastes time. So we're gonna practice right now just being in a bind and breathing deep. Can we be calm? Can we be strong? Can we accept the fate that is happening around us without needing to make a big deal out of it or make it be bigger than it is? Can we take 3 breaths together? Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, maybe getting tired, but not having to react to it. Exhale, maybe dropping out, but that's okay too. Last breath, inhale. Reach the arms up as we come all the way up to that crescent position. Do you remember our wood of laughter? 3 chops. Ha, ha, ha. 2 more. Ha, ha, ha. 1 more. Ha, ha, ha. Come up. Bring that left leg all the way up. See if you can stand on that tired leg. See if you have some balance left. Because I hope you fall, because then you'll have to laugh. And that's the greatest blessing of us all. See if you can twist that foot open and just rest it on that right knee. Hands in prayer position. We've twisted, we've expanded, we've opened, we've pushed, but we've also just laughed and been okay with what's happening. So get as deep as you want in this. If you want, your hands can even come to the ground to stabilize it if you get that piriformis muscle a little more stretch. And just take 3 of your own breaths, however deep, however shallow. Just feel it. And then coming back up, arms wide. Kick that left foot up. Kick it to the side. And then drop it down. Yeah. So we should be in an open, legged, facing forward. And we're just going to dip into that hamstring on the left side. Nice and low. You can come all the way down if you want. But see if you can lift those toes up. Yeah, really get a nice stretch in there. You can twist the toes open.
Oh, Charles,
a little different
is that
angle.
gay? I think that's mine.
Or you can twist
No,
them.
no, it seriously fell out of my...
A likely story.
Oh, is that I think that's I also dropped.
I think, yeah.
No, I seriously did during the game.
Inhale,
Yeah.
toes out
I
again.
also seriously.
Inhale, toes back in.
Charles found it.
If anybody else comes around asking for their K though, I'm gonna be like, fucking shut
All
up.
right, now stand back up on that right leg. Put the left leg by the side. I want to just do something that's called meter laughter. So in India, they measure meters like this, and that's how you know how big a meter is. So we're all going to repeat after me. Grab your meters, and it goes like this. Let's go the other way. Oh, let's do it again. Oh, one more. You know, come to think of it, they also have centimeter laughter. That goes like this. Take a big breath in, arms up and wide. And exhale with a giggle. Down. Breathe halfway up. And back down. Bring both your feet down. And press those hands all the way down. Coming up into that upward facing dog. And exhale, push back. Downward dog. We got one more side to go. How's everyone feeling? Yeehaw! Getting high-fi today. Ow! Inhale, lift that left leg in the sky. Exhale, bring that knee all the way up and wide. That's right. Just inhale, nice. Into our crescent position. Just for an extra stretch and then cool, melt back down. Want to make sure everyone's backs are feeling good. Now this is our bind again, so we're gonna bring that left arm on side and that right arm around. Now we're gonna see, this side may be tighter. You may be more tired. It may be completely different. You may have judgments or criticisms or ideas of how things should be. What if it was exactly as it should be for you to have the most incredible experience of life? And it took this bind to really get you there. Can we embrace the unknown? Can we embrace with faith what's coming for us is better than we could imagine? Can we embrace the heat in our leg and move through it with grace? Beautiful. Inhale your 3 breaths. One more, reach that hard up to the sky. Beautiful. Exhale the arms up as we bring that right knee all the way up, trying to find that balance on that tired leg, channeling, and then maybe, hopefully, you fall out of the pose. As we exhale, press that heel out forward and lift that leg a little more. Oh, right in the other, there it is. And then reach that leg out wide. Maybe you bump into a neighbor and you knock them over to make them laugh. Yes, we got one. Breathe the leg back in. And then exhale, go all the way forward, arms coming out forward, straight ahead, warrior 3. And see for here, I didn't hear a lot of laughter there, so we have to make sure more people fall. Bring those elbows to the knee. 2 more, inhale, reach out. Exhale, elbows to the knee. Inhale, reach out. Exhale to the knee. Inhale, just put your right foot down. Take a big breath in. Expand wide. And we We missed that one on the other side, so let's lean forward on that right leg for a final triple push. Inhale, reach out long. Exhale, touch that knee. Inhale, reach out long. Exhale, nice and low. Inhale, last chance. Last chance to fall. Exhale, foot plant, arms come up. Big breath in. Hands come back to the heart and feel that intention again. You did so fantastic. I'm proud of each and every one of you. Honoring where you're at, not pushing anything forward. So here, we just want to get a little extra spinal strengthening and twisting. So we're going to bring our elbows up, and it's a washing machine. When you go one direction, for some reason it makes a ho sound, and when you go the other direction, it seems to make a ha sound. Ho, ha, ho, ha, ho, ha, ho. Uh-oh, there's a kink in it. It does it twice. Ho, ho, ha, ha, ho, ho, ha, ha. Ho ho, ha ha, ho ho. Uh-oh, it's going 3 times. Ho ho, ha ha, ho ho, ha ha, ho ho, ha ha. Now it's just going willy-nilly. Big breath in, reach up, lean back, exhale, fall forward. And just hold your elbows for a second, maybe swaying left and right. Maybe just kind of swaying. Breathing. And then inhale halfway up. And then just exhale that nice. And then reverse it. This time coming to a squat. Now we've been here before. We're just gonna keep trying to twist a little bit more open as if it's a sponge. So you have the hand to the side or in support of where you need. Some people can even wrap that hand around. We're gonna let that arm, that left arm, like a rainbow, like we're literally painting the sky with colors. And we try to see how far back by keeping it as up, high, as wide as we can. And then reverse it. All the way back up and down. Nice. Other side, get into your position of choice. Inhale, bring the beautiful colors of the world to the sky. You are one of an infinite amount of combinations with an infinite to the infinite number of things that had to happen for you to be here. We all have a beautiful radiance of color, a beautiful rainbow that we are bringing to this world. Inhale, see if you can expand that chest forward. And then exhale, plant your hands and give me a few hops. Some hops. Now, if we were a frog and we were laughing, what would that sound like?
That's a dog?
It's okay, it's a dog frog. Hey, there's a frog out there that sounds like a dog, I guarantee you. Okay, now we're gonna twist that right leg down and lift that left hand to the sky and see if you can just wrap around. Maybe even tickle your own right foot. So you gotta twist yourself up to make it seem like a stranger's hand. And then bring it back. And just come the other way, left knee plants, right arm up. And then bring that right hand back. And we're gonna come all the way to a seated position, reaching the legs forward. And then we'll take one foot, the right foot is what I'm gonna use. We're gonna tuck that in nice and tight. And we're gonna breathe in nice and beautiful. And we're gonna melt from the base of our tailbone. Imagine that's melting forward and you're just gonna kind of lengthen your spine. And whenever that point that says, okay, that's enough, just hold right there. Breathe in. And then imagine that the breath is going right into the leg. In fact, science now shows that wherever you focus your mind and breathe into, the cells there actually do change. So just by feeling that tightness and taking a few moments to not run from it or stress from it, but to just embrace it and breathe with it as if you're caring for a child in need, just holding that so sweetly and rocking it back and forth. And forget, our bodies are literally the only place we have to live. And our feet are the most selfless servants we've ever known. Just getting us from place to place. You can kind of rock that foot a little bit if you want a little more movement. And then imagine reversing that, melting from the base of the spine all the way back up to the top of the head. Plant that left arm down if you got your right leg, and reach that right arm all the way up. And just give me a nice lean to the side here. That's right. You want to tug on that ear again? You're more than welcome to, or just hold your head in that position so you can let go of the neck a little more. And then inhale, come back up, switch the legs. Right leg goes out, left leg comes in, breathing in that brilliance, and exhaling. So again, we're just here to kind of visit where the body is at right now, and just experience the experience without making it an experience. You know what I mean? Just want to stay present with it, just be okay with it without having to make it different or change it or create some kind of attachment. Just want to experience it. But we make such an experience out of everything that we're no longer even in the experience. We're in the experience we made about the experience. And we lose the whole blessing and the present of the experience. So let's just enjoy a world without happy or sad, hot or cold, just experience. And inhale, mouth back up. Reversing that, coming back up. Hands come down. Knees will come up, and we'll actually push ourselves onto those selfless servants for a minute. We want to make sure when we leave here, every nook and cranny of your body has been touched. So the feet can be really close together, a little more wide if you need that. If you're feeling like this is a comfortable pose for your toes, you can go ahead and drop the knees forward and intensify it a little bit. If that's too much, just go back to where you were. And if that's still not enough, you can also rotate the arms back, find a spot behind you, and lift that belly to the sky, which means what? Oh, God is tickling me again. Why, you devil? And then bring the arms back up all the way. Just reverse where you were. If you're on your knees, push back up. And just kind of give a little bit of bouncing here. We got some hopping we're going to need to do today. We just want to make sure all the calisthenics and all the muscles in your feet just get nice and lubricated and warm. And one of the greatest poses, we're going to stand up and we're going to actually turn our right foot to face the left, or you can face either way, but we're just going to face the direction, get a nice wide stance. Now we want to get into those hips. We're going to breathe in and say, I'm a star! I'm a star! And exhale that star energy all the way down, folding into yourself. And it's a very good time when you're folding into yourself to remember to ask yourself, who am I? We are all literally made up from stars. From fusion, coalescing into deeper elements, from supernovas, making even deeper elements. We are just stardust with some kind of spirit or soul or consciousness or divinity that lies within each and every one of us, that light, that spark. Even in the darkest of mud caves, it only takes a tiny spark to illuminate the entire cave. So as we just fold here for a second and really give those chance for those legs to open up after all the beautiful poses we've been in, let's just ask that question, who am I? Big breaths here, in through the nose, all the way to the belly, and out nice and slow. Walk your hands over to one leg. You can wrap that hand around the back of the leg and reach over and see if you can just pull your heart a little bit closer to one knee. But always remember to lengthen the spine first. We want to go for length before we contract that spine, so those vertebrae always have plenty of space and room. Maybe give your leg a little rub, a little love. Hey, thanks for carrying me through this life. Sometimes I forget how grateful I am to have you. Good, we got one more leg to go. I know what you're thinking. Thank God I'm not an octopus. Gonna have to do this 7 more times. Inhale, reach that back up. Exhale, melt that nose towards your toes. Wherever you goes is perfect. Yoga is not about getting into a position. Yoga is about being okay with what is. It's the balance of the mind from the war horse of the mind with the chariot of the body. And all too often we forget that the body is such a strong, beautiful chariot. We're focusing on some misplaced jewel or some tiny dent instead of recognizing that this body is a miracle. It literally took everything in the entire universe happening in just the exact way it did for you to get to breathe this air and drink this water. So let's give that leg a little bit of extra love here, a little bit of kindness. One more big breath of depth, however you want, and then walk the hands back up. We're gonna inhale that up, reach that spine out, exhale. Giving a chance for depth, and we'll take a breath there. Inhale. One more breath down here. And then inhale. This time, push those feet out so the heels are in, and expand like you're a blossoming flower. We got one more standing pose here, and it's goddess pose. Or in this situation, we could call it sun worship pose. We could call it I'm getting kind of tired and hot out here pose. We could call it warrior pose if we want to strike a power pose and flex. But we're just going to kind of rock to one side and the other a little bit, playing with our balance. And then can you rock a little forward and backwards? Whoa, whoa. Might hear some laughters on this one. And then see if you can come to your toes and lift those arms out wide, and then drop the heels. 2 more, bring it up, bring those heels up, and drop them back down. 1 more, bring those heels up, drop them down. Put the hands on the knees, push out a little bit more in those hips, make sure you get them nice and wide. And then exhale, dip that right shoulder in, maybe turning the face up to the sky. Maybe even turning those corners of your mouth up wide. Inhale, exhale, switch down. Left shoulder dips in. Oh yeah. Inhale, smile. Exhale. Now we're gonna take that left foot all the way up to the right. That right foot's gonna go back because I forgot our last happy wood choppers on the left side. Breathe in, let's get our axe. Ha, ha, ha. 2 more. Ha, ha, ha. 1 more. Ha, ha, ha. Bring that right foot up and the left foot and just shake it all out. Woo! Yippee! Hands up and just imagine like a rag doll. You just melt all the way down, butt to the mat, melting all the way down, all the way to your back. Oh, just feeling that length on the ground for a minute. Feeling that beauty, that grace. Kick that left foot so the foot is down and that left knee is up, and then that right foot comes all the way to the air, and you can place that right foot right over that left leg. And then reach in, grab around that left leg and pull it in, and just try to see if you can bring that foot a little bit closer to your face, a little bit closer to the side of your shoulder. And you can also expand and lift that left leg if you want it a little deeper. You can pull that shin but kick that left foot to the sky. Or if you're really feeling the flex, you can actually put that foot in the crevice of your left arm and your right arm and kind of cradle it like that baby. And in this position, I just want you to cradle yourself. Some of us didn't get held or rocked enough, but we can always hold ourselves. And it's as if we're holding that inner child. Great. Bring that leg back all the way down. Plant both feet this time and just rock them from side to side. Doing a little windshield wiper with your knees. Making sure those hips got plenty of space to open up and relax in. Keep that right foot planted, kick that left foot all the way up. Wrap it over that right knee. Reach forward. Bring that one into a reclining pigeon pose. Really getting those piriformis loose, those hips loose for all the dancing and hopping to come. Really just getting a chance to hold space for yourself and allow whatever's there to be there. No need to change. No need to alter. Just be with. And you can drop that foot too. And this time press those arms up so that your arms are behind you, and we're gonna lift into a reverse tabletop. Inhale, press that belly button up. Uh-oh. And then exhale, push your butt all the way back so the legs are straight. So you're actually holding yourself with your arms and your butt's off the ground, and then inhale. And exhale, push it back. 2 more, inhale. And exhale, last chance, inhale. Exhale that butt down. We're gonna bring both feet in this time to a nice close, tight butterfly position. This time we just inhale up and we exhale, melt forward as if that chest is just pouring your heart into yourself. It's a selfless service. Feet bringing us around, dancing in the dirt, tickling us. Delight. Couple big breaths here. And then walk the feet out to a diamond pose. So they're just going to come out a little bit more. Reach up again for length. And exhale. Try to pour your chest onto your feet so your head is actually reaching beyond your toes. Deep breathing in. Who am I? Who am I beyond my age, my race, my religion, my beliefs? Who am I beyond my identity? Who is it that is shown up today? Is that me? Breathe and just be there. Your body, you walk your hands all the way up. Close your legs together with your hands. Scooch forward a little bit. We're going to do a plow position. So just kind of lean all the way forward, bringing your knees with you. And if it's comfortable, the feet can come up and over the head. You can use your hands to press down. You can clasp the hands behind you, or you can use your hands on your back to support you. And you can dip those toes in the sand. Just kind of be here. It's hard to breathe here, so do your best to just take slow, cautious breaths. Making sure that you're being safe with your neck. Most of the weight should be on your shoulders, not your neck. And if it's in your practice and you want to go upside down one leg at a time, you can put your hands on your back and get a nice shoulder stand. We are now reversing the effects of gravity's constant daily pull on us. We're taking all that blood out of those selfless servants and bringing it to our brain. We're about to relax into a beautiful Shavasana experience. It's just a chance to let all that blood flow in reverse. Inhale those legs back over the head, and then exhale vertebrae by vertebrae. Bring your back down, but keep that right leg in. The left leg will come all the way forward in front of you, and you'll just give that right knee a nice squeeze into the body. Pull it in, move it a little bit back and forth, and then grab that left hand on the outside of that right knee. Right hand goes out wide and just twist divinely. Reclining, twist, and just breathe into that lower spine and see the magic of your intention. If there's any tightness or soreness from this practice or even before, imagine you can just breathe into that spot and then watch it dissipate, watch it dissolve down. Back getting a nice alignment, body getting a nice rest. Holding that inner smile now. Taking some deep breaths into any place in your body you feel tightness or tension. And then inhale that knee up. We're gonna squeeze that and switch legs. Left knee in, right leg forward. Give it a nice squeeze in. And then reach that right arm on the outside of that left leg. And twist to the right. Open that arm up wide. Big breath in. Deep breath down. Breathing in. And breathing out. One more breath in. And one more breath out. Good. Twist that knee back up. Give it a nice squeeze. And then bring your right leg in. Give everything a squeeze. Your face, your hands, your toes, your anal sphincter. Squeeze it all in. And exhale. Shavasana. Open your arms. Open your legs. Get into a comfortable position for a second. Just start to imagine here that you can let go of everything. Every muscle, anywhere you're holding any tension. Every fiber in your body gets a chance to just let loose and relax. This is the moment where we get to integrate. And I want you to imagine for a second that you can just drop into a deeper version of relaxation by taking a breath in and exhaling through your mouth. Imagine you're just falling through the layers of consciousness into the subconscious. Breathing in deep. And then exhale, doubling the relaxation you're already feeling. One more deep breath in. And imagine on this breath you're relaxing down. And you're kind of in that bunny spirit. That playful bunny spirit. And we're going to go into the rabbit hole. So imagine that there's even a deeper place for you to go. And you go over there. And you just take a step in, and it doesn't make you fall, but it makes you like levitate down, just gracefully through different layers of your consciousness, dropping down further and further to a world of symbols, a world of metaphors, where we can go through and just take account of where we're at and how much we're holding so that we can release all this and be free. So in that rabbit hole, you might find some representation of your emotional home. This is the place where you tend to reside in your emotional base. And maybe it is like a Mad Hatter tea party. Or maybe it's like a sacred tea circle. Can we see how your mind represents your emotional home right here, right now, in a way of symbols and metaphors that give you the essence of where you've been at emotionally without making you feel all those emotions again. More of just a display, like a circus, or a wonderland. And we're just passing by, we're just taking a look at what that seems like, or how it's being represented in the mind right now. And we're going to walk a little further. But we're going to take that as if we're putting it in a sack that we have to carry with us now. So whatever that main symbol or image was, imagine you just stick that in your sack for now. And then we're going to go a little bit further. Maybe this is the wheel of thoughts. These could be cyclic thinking that just keep going in cycles, or it could even be creating cyclic patterns in your life. You don't have to push away from it or judge it. Just see how the mind wants to represent this circle of thoughts here in your wonderland. Maybe it is like dodo birds are chasing you and you're in a loop. Or maybe it's like bunnies are in a petting zoo and they just love you. Just see what kind of place this circle of thoughts is in your mind. Take whatever's important to take. Notice whatever's important to notice. Again, no judgment, just acknowledgement. And throw that in yourself. And when you're complete with that, let's go to the next place. This is going to be the unpacked drama area. We don't have to unpack it here. Just see if we're carrying a lot of unpacked drama. Maybe from families or different relationships. Maybe it's stuff we've been pushing away, and so it's just a locked Pandora's box. Or maybe we feel like we've been really unpacking things, and it's a breezy t-shirt. Whatever is there is fine. Just take a second to visit that unpacked trauma for a moment. And pack it. Put it in your bag. And before we leave the rabbit hole, we got one more stop. And that stop represents anything to anyone. But it's whatever we feel is unnecessary. Maybe it's a habit, an addiction. Maybe it's just a way we're relating to ourselves. Something that's no longer necessary for us, but we somehow keep having it in our lives. So take a second and see how that's represented in the mind. Whatever's unnecessary, yet I'm clutching it or holding on to it. Maybe something I know I'd be happier and more free of, but I'm just not ready for that. And then we're going to put that into our plan. And I want you to take this path, and I want you to crawl your way back up out of that rabbit hole. With all the stuff we're packing and all the stuff. And I want you to look down at that rabbit hole for a second, and instead of seeing it as this other world, see it as the world that we actually create for ourselves. We are making our own rabbit hole every day. And sometimes it's a lot to carry, and there's this giant sack, and other times it's just a little pack. It's a little pocketbook. But whatever it represents to yourself today, don't worry. We're going to handle that right now. Because there's someone waiting to meet you, someone with all the wisdom in the universe, someone who knows exactly how this life is going, and someone who loves unconditionally. And this beam of light opens up, and you start raising with this pack up into the sky, into the beautiful clouds that part open as you get there. And it's your higher self, that divinity within you, that namaste, that light within you, that is within all of us. Reunite to that source energy, your higher self, and see how they connect to you in some way. Maybe they represent you as a character, or an older, wiser version of you, or an energy, or a color even. Whatever you represent here is just perfect. And you can look into their eyes and see that unconditional love, that overflowing wisdom, and just connect with them for a moment and thank them for being here. And we don't have to know all the ways or all the solutions or all the hows of life. All we have to have is that true burning desire inside, and the universe will make it right. So with love and care, I want you to take that pack off, and I want you to give it to your higher self to transmute. Because at any moment, we can quantum jump to a new realm. We can wake up from this hypnosis right now, all being the highest versions of ourselves, all releasing something that doesn't serve us, all finally rid of that unpacked trauma, because we're giving it to that divinity. We're letting it churn back into the beauty of oneness. And so take a moment, let that transmute, and it'll transmute into a beautiful gift for you. Maybe it's a beacon of love, maybe it's a symbol, maybe it's a token you get to take with you. So you can remember that transformation really does begin and ends within. That the kingdom of heaven, as Jesus said, is truly within you. And you have access to it any moment that you choose to have that burning desire. So take that second, receive that gift from your higher self, And maybe there's a message or phrase that goes with it. So just take a moment, feel that message, feel that phrase, let it enter your heart, let it enter your body. And let it feel that rejoiced spirit, that celebration inside. You can also reach that gift and put it into that treasure chest of your heart. You can physically put your hands on your heart now and breathe it in. Let it wash around you and through you. Breathe it in again. Let it emerge into your bloodstream. Let it circulate all throughout your body. Breathe it in again. Maybe it has a color. Let it emanate through your skin, and now you're glowing with it. And with that beautiful glow, I want you to say goodbye to your higher self, however that feels right to you, thanking them for coming and giving you this present, and knowing that you can return to visit them whenever you choose. And with that, they drift back into the heavens, and you go back down into that beautiful beam of light, landing right here, right now, into the present of presence. Feeling the integration now, wiggling fingers and toes, coming back into your body. Maybe reaching those arms up, clasping those hands, stretching them above as you push those feet down, as if waking from a restful and restorative nap. Breathing in. Landing down. You can kind of roll over one direction or the other. Kind of move those shoulders or arms any way you want to. And we're just going to close with 3 little sounds. They can be ohms, the sound of creation, or you can change them into words. Let's breathe in together, arms up. And exhale. Breathe in. Last chance, call it in. Hands to heart center, eyes open. Thank you all for being here. Thank you for doing your own practice. Blessings. You're welcome. I hope you feel high five for the rest of the day. Come on for connections, hugs, love, speaking. Reflections. Thank you. We appreciate you. Thanks for coming.
Thank you, brother. What was your name?
Cole.
Cole. Kevin.
Kevin?
Good to meet you.
Great to meet you, brother.
Thank you. That was great.
Yeah, I was so glad to hear. Y'all feel a little lighter?
Yeah. Yes.
I know my sack was big today. Yeah, you're welcome.
Thank you. I got something to work for y'all. I am San Diego County.
I don't have my phone or anything, but if anyone wants to connect on social media or anything, I'm also going to be teaching at High Vibes Music Fest. I don't know if anyone's going to go to High Vibes.
I don't even know which one that is.
High Vibes Music Fest. It's in Southern California. It's in June, and it's put on by Equanimous. I don't know if you know the static dance, conscious DJ, and there's a bunch of great people there. It really is High Vibes. So I'll be teaching Hi-Fi at High Vibes.
Teach a
I
code
happen to know a guy named
Yeah? Can you connect with me on social? Send me some info. I'd love to.
have the flyer.
Perfect.
Do you happen to know this one? I forget his name, but he's a doctor.
Victoria?
No, he's a blonde guy. And I think he used to have dreads. I forget his name. But I think he had like I don't know if it was Equanimous or something, but there was like an event in that little, I forget the area of San Diego. I'm really good at describing things.
No, you're cool. San Diego?
Yeah,
No, I know what you're talking about. He's got arms.
Yeah, exactly. No, it's
He's got a voice.
yeah, I don't remember. If I remember, I'll get back to you.
Okay. I got a story to
Good talk.
Beautiful.
Very detailed.
Thanks for showing up.